again to Pure Femininity. If you've ever been to our blog before, you are probably getting used to seeing my face by now because this is my third ever video blog. Today I'm going to talk about rag curls because that is something that I get a lot of questions about and girls want to know how to do it. So there are many different ways to do rag curls. First, it depends on your hair type. If you have thinner hair, you will want to put a lot more hair on each rag curl. If you have thicker hair, distribute the hair over a lot of rag curls and it will take you much longer. My hair is somewhere in between, so it does not take me very long. These curls right here are actually leftovers from rag curls that I had in last night. They've been through a lot, so they're quite frizzy and starting to come out now, but they are still holding very well. Last night I actually didn't use rag curls, I used sponge curls. These little sponge curls are sponges with wires sticking out each side and covered with fabric so that the wires can bend and hold your hair in place. These are very handy. I wish I owned some of my own, but I do not. I steal my sister's from her once in a while. Another thing you can do is tear up pieces of old t-shirt. I didn't have a t-shirt to use right now, so the third thing you can use is newspaper, only links that are a little longer than that. First I'll start out with the newspaper. You can tear out sections of the newspaper. It might be good to have it double strong. Twist the newspaper. Next, you'll want to take a section of your hair. Again, it depends on the consistency of your hair, how thick it is or how thin. Thin, add a lot of hair, thick, add way less. Take the rag curl almost to the end, take the end of it and wrap it around the end. First, you usually want to do this with damp hair, not wet, because otherwise they'll just come out. Damp hair is best, or if you really want it to stay, have your hair dry and use hairspray just before each rag curl. I don't typically like to use hairspray, but I will if I'm doing a wedding, photographing a wedding the next morning and I have to have my hair perfect. So as you can see, I rolled the hair onto the piece of newspaper all the way up to the top of my head. Then I carefully tie it so that I won't break the paper. Like that. T-shirts work better, but I've used newspaper when I don't have an old t-shirt or scraps left over. Again, you can make bigger, fatter curls or thinner ones, small ones, depending on how many rag curls you put in. I typically like to put in less rag curls so it's not quite as out of hand and frizzy. These are absolutely amazing. You do the same thing as you did with the newspaper, only wrap it around the end like this and then just wrap it all the way up. And then just do a little twist with the wire ends and they stay very well. Again, hairspray works good if you have dry hair, or damp hair works good. I'm going to take these out and show you what I typically do. For myself, I don't usually like my curls to go all the way up, so I'll split my hair into two sections, and then at the top I'll kind of do a very easy French braid, or you can just make a ponytail. So right now, for time's sake, I'm going to make a ponytail, but I'll usually make just a partial French braid. Then I'll do this part in rag curls or sponge curls. Usually, last night I did three on each side, so it didn't take me very long. It only takes me a few minutes. It's really fast and simple. It's as fast for me as braiding my hair every night. So I just twist these up like this. And when I do that on each side, I usually end up with a little bun of these on each side. And I wouldn't want to be really seen in public with it, but it's kind of cute anyways. Especially for a hairstyle to go to bed. This allows me to lay on my back and have not rag curls all over, which are very uncomfortable, you sleep with these in all night long, put them in the night before. And so I like to do them off to the side because I can get a little better sleep and not be so uncomfortable. So when I have all these up, then I'll take them down the next morning and have curls like you see here. So when it comes to rag curls, experimentation is a very good thing. So if you try it, don't give up. Just keep trying it again and again until you find out what works best for you. When you need to brush out the rag curls, you may just want to pick them out with your fingers, or you may end up with some kind of a fro. But to brush them, make sure you always start at the bottom and brush your way up. So brush it out at the bottom very well first, and then work your way up. So I hope you have enjoyed this and that you will try a few rag curls on your own.